My next guest is a bantamweight contender from Ontario, Canada, and on June 23rd at Unified MMA 51, he will be fighting in the main event in a title fight against UFC veteran Eric Shelton. He joins me right now, Teshay My House Gouthro. Sir, welcome back. Always an honor to have you on my show, my friend.
Thank you for having me, brother. Appreciate it.
First and foremost, I did talk to one of your teammates recently. Anthony Romero was on my show, and
Genius.
he talked about you. He said you're looking really good, and everyone in the gym has been leveling up because everyone's getting ready for a big fight. I'd love to get your perspective. How have the last few weeks been with everyone in fight camp?
Man, it's crazy. Fucking, like you said, Romero, he's fighting the same day as me. He just got signed to PFL. It's a big fight. They gave him the fucking hardest fight, but it's good for him because he's gonna shine. Jazz him a lot. Nelson, they just fought yesterday. Fucking three W's. Big month.
It is absolutely a big month. And then for you, you're fighting in Niagara Falls. That's a big deal. It's a headline fight. But before we get into that, the last time I talked to you, you fought Morgan Rhynes. This was a
Yeah.
tough dude. You guys went the distance. I will say this for me, this is me speaking, not you. I didn't
Yeah.
think he would go the distance. I knew he was a tough dude. That was the only thing that surprised me that he lasted the full 15 minutes with you. Give me your take on this fight because that was a tough guy you had to beat to get this opportunity.
Fucking hope. I knew it was gonna be tough. I thought I was gonna get the finish. I should have pushed a little more. I kind of wrestled too much. Gave his fucking striking a little too much respect. But I think he touched me once, and I hit him with some shit. Him with that flying knee at the end, where he has a fucking hard head. That's the only thing that hurt after actually was my fucking knee. But nah, he's tough. It's a good fight. Dominated still. Should have got the finish. Fuck. But we got this one right.
Yep,
If we finish this guy,
we
yeah,
got
that's it.
we got this one. How soon did Unified get a hold of you after that last fight and tell you that they wanted you to headline and fight for a title?
Like after Morgan,
Yeah.
well, it's been like 6 months, right?
Mhm.
So fucking right away, but we've had like 60 people say no, man. I even started searching elsewhere, like in the States, just for like other promotions, because fucking no one wanted anything. So it was stressful to be honest. But it was good for the confidence. No one wants it. So obviously no one wanted it. And we got this guy, right? He's fucking about it. UFC vet. Definitely not the easiest fight, right? Definitely probably the toughest one out there, I would say. But I'm about it. And I think the better fighter make me perform even better. Fuck. But we're putting him out. We're putting him out.
So this guy, I've seen him compete before in the show. A lot of experience with this guy. I'm sure you've seen several of his fights over the years. Like, what's your take on this guy? Like, is there anything about his game that stands out?
He's calm.
Mhm.
He's confident. He's down to go. Uh, he's never been put out, so he fucking has a lot of confidence everywhere. He's never been finished. Um, I love it. Fucking love it. I'm gonna use all that against him. And he hasn't like developed his skills though. Like I'm changing shit up every fucking 6 weeks to 2 months. I mean, just adding little things, taking things away. He's the same shit. He's the same fighter he has the last 5 years. You know what I mean? He's a boxer, got okay wrestling, jits is shit. Um, I'm gonna exploit him for all the good things he does. You know?
All right, perfect. Well, I'm not going to ask you to elaborate any much more than that.
Nah, you're gonna see.
And that's exactly what we'll find out here on June 23rd. But like in terms of like winning the Unified belt, like Unified is like one of the most important MMA organizations in Canada. Like, what would that mean for you as like a fighter at this stage in your career? Like, just winning that
Means it
belt?
means nothing. It
Nothing.
means nothing, bro. The only thing that matters is the UFC title. This shit's all like fucking. It's pennies. You know what I
So,
mean?
no,
It's
not
big,
really.
but it's not. It's big, but it's not what the dream. Like it's part of the journey. It's not what the dream is. You know
So,
what I mean?
so that
Like
I do understand.
it's expected. I expect to win this little shit, and this is just a stepping stone to the UFC. And then we go through all those fuckers. Then we hit top 15. Then it's the real. You know what I mean? Once we hit that top 15, best in the world, then it matters. Like it all matters, but I mean that's it's exciting, but it's fucking it's just stepping stones, really.
So you get this title belt in your mind, like, is that enough to like make the 35 division in the UFC? You get this title, you're a young Canadian guy, they're looking for more Canadian talent. Like
Yeah,
that's in
I'm
your mind, that's enough.
I'm already ready in there. I'm already, you know what I mean? But it's just this is solidifying it.
Mhm.
And if I fucking if I do what I can do to him, what I know I can do to him, then they have to fucking sign me because it's gonna be beautiful.
Well, I'd love to get your opinion. Let's shift the conversation just very briefly. Like the bantamweight division for the UFC, by far, like it's not even a conversation, it's a fact, is the most difficult division in the entire organization. The UFC
Yeah.
bantamweight division, you have unranked guys that are absolute freaking killers. You could say that about almost anybody in the UFC, but not when it comes to the 35 division.
Nah.
That's completely different.
35 is deep, deep.
It is an absolute shark tank. Like what would that mean, like being able to call yourself a UFC fighter and to like fight against those guys, like knowing that you would fight an absolute shark every single time you go out there? Is that something that excites you?
Yeah, 100%. So I do it to fight the best. That's what I mean. Top 15 means the most, right? Like even our division is fucking deep, but I mean that top 15 in the 35 division, it's all killers from 15 to 1.
Well, I wanted to ask you one final question before I let you go, and it's simply this:
Yeah,
for
dude.
everyone that's coming out to Niagara Falls to watch you fight, what can they expect? I know, like, you're an exciting fighter that puts on fireworks every single time, but like, what do you want your people to know that are buying tickets and showing up for maybe your last regional fight in your career?
Just coming on to put on a show. Don't like there's not gonna be too much wrestling on this one. I'm coming to strike. And I'm excited to fans. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He thinks he knows, but he's gonna fucking find out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready. Tisha, I want to give you the final word. If there's anyone that you'd like to thank, sir, let's knock that out before I let you go.
Um, DeMarc Antonio, Chris Prickett, Andre, fucking everyone at Niagara Top Team, all the boys, all the girls too, fucking Jazz, a lot, Genius, Don, Cody, fucking I can just go on, right? The whole fucking team. Um, yeah, shout out to all my sponsors. Check me out on My House MMA on all my social media. But fucking tune in UFC Fight Pass or get a ticket, come watch.